Welcome back to another video on Coding Compass. Today let's see a video on different types of malwares with which your computer gets affected and needs some attention. I will be posting my Python tutorials in my next video. Let's start out our video.
Hello and welcome to this video on different types of computer viruses and malware. Malicious software, commonly known as malware, is a serious threat to your computer's security and your personal information. In this video, we'll be discussing 5 types of malware that you should be aware of. Let's get started. First comes viruses. A computer virus is a type of malicious software that is designed to spread from one computer to another. It works by inserting its code into other programs or files on your computer, which allows it to spread and infect more files. Once a virus infects a file on your computer, it can lie dormant until you run the infected program or file. When you do, the virus activates and can cause various types of damage to your computer system. One of the most common types of damage caused by viruses is file corruption. This occurs when the virus modifies or deletes files on your computer, which can cause your system to crash or become unstable. Viruses can also create backdoors in your system, which allow hackers to gain access to your computer and steal personal information like credit card numbers, passwords, and other sensitive data. In some cases, viruses can also cause your computer to perform actions that you didn't intend, such as sending spam emails or participating in a distributed denial of service (DDoS) attack. These actions can be harmful not only to your computer, but also to other computers on the internet. To protect your computer from viruses, it's important to use up-to-date antivirus software and keep it updated with the latest virus definitions. You should also be careful when downloading files or opening email attachments, as these are common ways that viruses can infect your computer. Additionally, you should avoid visiting suspicious websites or clicking on links from unknown sources, as these can also lead to virus infections. There are many different types of viruses that can infect your computer, including file infectors, boot sector viruses, macroviruses, polymorphic viruses, resident viruses, direct action viruses, multipartite viruses. Next comes Trojan. A Trojan, also known as Trojan horse, is a type of malicious software that masquerades as a legitimate program or file to trick users into installing it on their computers. Trojans often spread through spam emails, file sharing networks, or software downloads from untrusted sources. Once the Trojan is installed on your computer, it can do a range of harmful actions without your knowledge. Some Trojans may install additional malware on your computer, which can cause even more damage to your system. Other Trojans are designed to steal personal information like credit card numbers, login credentials, and other sensitive data. Some Trojans are also designed to take control of your computer and use it for malicious purposes, such as launching attacks on other computers or sending spam emails. This can cause your computer to become slow, unresponsive, or even crash. To protect your computer from Trojans, it's important to be cautious when downloading software or files from the internet. Only download from trusted sources, and be wary of emails or attachments from unknown senders. It's also important to keep your antivirus software up to date and to scan your computer regularly for malware. If you suspect that your computer has been infected with a Trojan, it's important to take immediate action to remove it. Use your antivirus software to scan your computer and quarantine or remove any infected files. You may also need to use specialized malware removal tools to completely remove the Trojan from your system. There are different types of Trojans that can infect your computer, including remote access Trojans, keyloggers, backdoor Trojans, banking Trojans, fake antivirus Trojans. Next comes worm. This is a rarely heard form of malwares. A worm is a type of malicious software that is designed to spread itself across networks or the internet without the need for a host file or program. Unlike viruses, worms can replicate themselves and spread to other computers without requiring any user intervention or action. Once a worm infects your computer, it can consume a large amount of system resources and slow down your computer. Worms can also create vulnerabilities in your system, which other malware can exploit to gain access to your computer and steal personal information. One of the most common ways that worms spread is through email attachments or links to infected websites. Once a user clicks on an infected link or opens an infected email attachment, the worm can spread to other computers on the same network or across the internet. In addition to consuming system resources and creating vulnerabilities, worms can also perform a range of other harmful actions. Some worms are designed to steal sensitive information like passwords or credit card numbers, while others are used to launch denial-of-service attacks or other types of cyber attacks. To protect your computer from worms, it's important to use up-to-date antivirus software and to keep your system updated with the latest security patches. You should also be cautious when opening email attachments or clicking on links, especially from unknown or suspicious sources. If you suspect that your computer has been infected with a worm, it's important to take immediate action to remove it. Use your antivirus software to scan your computer and quarantine or remove any infected files. You may also need to use specialized malware removal tools to completely remove the worm from your system. There are different types of worms that can infect your computer, including email worms, internet worms, instant messaging worms, file sharing worms. Next comes the ransomware. Ransomware is a type of malicious software that encrypts files on your computer or network and demands payment, usually in the form of cryptocurrency, in exchange for the decryption key. Ransomware can be particularly damaging, as it can render your files inaccessible and cause you to lose valuable data. Ransomware typically spreads through phishing emails, malicious websites, or software vulnerabilities. Once it infects your computer, it encrypts your files and displays a message demanding payment in exchange for the decryption key. Some types of ransomware may also threaten to publish your data or delete your files if you do not pay. Paying the ransom may not guarantee that your files will be restored, and it can also encourage cybercriminals to continue targeting other victims. In some cases, law enforcement agencies and cybersecurity experts may be able to provide assistance with decrypting files without paying the ransom. To protect yourself from ransomware, it's important to keep your software and operating system up to date with the latest security patches. You should also be cautious when opening email attachments or clicking on links, especially from unknown or suspicious sources. Regularly backing up your files can also help protect against ransomware, as it allows you to restore your files without paying the ransom. If you suspect that your computer has been infected with ransomware, it's important to disconnect it from the network and shut it down immediately. Contact a cybersecurity professional or IT support team to assist with removing the ransomware and restoring your files from a backup. There are different types of ransomware that can infect your computer, including scareware, screen lockers, encrypting ransomware, leakware. Next comes the spyware. Spyware is a type of malicious software that is designed to monitor your computer activity and gather personal information without your knowledge or consent. Spyware can be installed on your computer through a variety of methods, including software downloads, email attachments, or malicious websites. Once spyware is installed on your computer, it can track your keystrokes, log your website visits, and even capture sensitive information like credit card numbers or passwords. This information can then be sent to a remote server controlled by the attacker, who can use it for nefarious purposes like identity theft or financial fraud. In addition to collecting personal information, spyware can also slow down your computer and cause crashes. This is because spyware can consume a large amount of system resources, which can make it difficult to run other programs or perform basic tasks. To protect yourself from spyware, it's important to keep your software and operating system up to date with the latest security patches. You should also be cautious when downloading software or opening email attachments, especially from unknown or suspicious sources. Using a reputable antivirus program can also help detect and remove spyware from your computer. If you suspect that your computer has been infected with spyware, it's important to take immediate action to remove it. Use your antivirus software to scan your computer and quarantine or remove any infected files. You may also need to use specialized malware removal tools to completely remove the spyware from your system. Protecting your personal information is crucial in today's digital age, and taking steps to prevent and remove spyware can help ensure that your sensitive data remains secure. There are different types of spyware that can infect your computer, including adware. Tracking cookies system monitors Trojans with spyware features to protect your computer from viruses and malware. You should keep your software and operating system up to date with the latest security patches. Be cautious when downloading software or opening email attachments, especially from unknown or suspicious sources. Use a reputable antivirus program and scan your computer regularly. Back up your important files regularly to protect against ransomware. In addition to the previously mentioned steps, there are other measures you can take to further protect your computer from viruses and malware. Use a firewall. A firewall is an essential security tool that acts as a barrier between your computer and the outside world. It works by monitoring incoming and outgoing network traffic and blocking any unauthorized or suspicious activity. Firewalls come in two main types: software firewalls and hardware firewalls. Software firewalls are installed on your computer and can be configured to block specific programs or ports. Hardware firewalls, on the other hand, are typically built into routers or other network devices and can protect an entire network of computers. When a packet of data enters your computer or network, the firewall analyzes it and decides whether to allow or block it based on a set of predefined rules. For example, the firewall may block incoming traffic from a known malicious IP address or block outgoing traffic from a program that's known to be a security risk. A firewall can help prevent many types of attacks, including those that exploit vulnerabilities in your operating system or applications, as well as those that use malware to gain unauthorized access to your system. By blocking these attacks, a firewall can help keep your computer and data safe from harm. It's important to note that while a firewall can provide a significant level of protection, it's not a foolproof solution. It's still important to use other security tools, such as antivirus software, and to practice safe browsing habits, such as not clicking on suspicious links or downloading files from unknown sources. Overall, a firewall is a crucial component of a comprehensive security strategy and should be used in conjunction with other tools to help protect your computer and data from the many threats that exist on the internet. Using strong passwords is one of the most important steps you can take to protect your accounts and prevent malware from stealing sensitive information. A strong password is one that is difficult for others to guess or crack, and typically contains a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Creating strong passwords can be a challenge, but there are a few best practices you can follow to make it easier. For example, try using a passphrase instead of a single word, and mix in numbers and symbols to make it more complex. It's also important to avoid using the same password for multiple accounts, as this can make it easier for an attacker to gain access to all of your accounts if they're able to crack one password. Here are a few tips for creating strong passwords. Use a combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using common words or phrases, such as password or 123,456. Use a passphrase instead of a single word, such as, "My dog likes to chase squirrels." Use a password manager to generate and store strong passwords for you. In addition to using strong passwords, it's also important to practice good password hygiene. This includes changing your passwords regularly, not sharing your passwords with others, and avoiding entering passwords on public or unsecured networks. By using strong passwords and following good password hygiene, you can help protect your accounts and prevent malware from stealing your sensitive information. Enabling two-factor authentication is an important step you can take to enhance the security of your accounts and protect yourself against malware and other types of attacks. Two-factor authentication, also known as 2FA or multi-factor authentication, requires you to provide a second form of identification in addition to your password in order to log into your accounts. This second form of identification can take a variety of forms, including a code sent to your phone or email, a biometric scan such as a fingerprint or facial recognition, or a physical security token. By requiring this additional form of identification, two-factor authentication makes it much harder for hackers to gain access to your accounts, even if they have obtained your password through a data breach or other means. To enable two-factor authentication on your accounts, you will typically need to log into your account settings and follow the instructions to set up 2FA. Depending on the service or platform, you may need to download a separate app or use a physical security key to complete the process. While two-factor authentication can be slightly more inconvenient than simply using a password, the added security is well worth the effort. By enabling 2FA on your accounts, you can significantly reduce the risk of your accounts being compromised by malware or other types of attacks. Using a virtual private network, or VPN, is another effective way to protect yourself against malware and other online threats. A VPN creates a secure, encrypted connection between your device and the internet, which can help prevent hackers and other malicious actors from intercepting your internet traffic or tracing your online activity. When you connect to a VPN, your internet traffic is routed through an encrypted tunnel, which prevents anyone from seeing your data as it travels between your device and the VPN server. Additionally, your IP address is masked by the VPN server's IP address, which helps to protect your identity and location. VPNs are particularly useful when using public Wi-Fi networks, such as those found in coffee shops, airports, and other public spaces. Public Wi-Fi networks are often unsecured, which makes them vulnerable to attacks from hackers who may be trying to intercept your data. By using a VPN, you can help protect your data from these types of attacks and keep your online activity private and secure. To use a VPN, you'll need to sign up for a VPN service and install the VPN software on your device. Once installed, you can connect to the VPN and start browsing the internet with an added layer of security and privacy. While VPNs are not foolproof and can slow down your internet connection, they are an effective tool for protecting yourself against malware and other online threats. Phishing scams can also come in the form of phone calls or text messages. They often use social engineering techniques to create a sense of urgency or panic, such as claiming your account has been compromised or that you owe money to the IRS. To protect yourself, never provide personal information unless you are sure of the legitimacy of the request. Double-check the sender's email address or phone number and look for any signs of a scam, such as spelling errors or unusual formatting. Be especially cautious of messages that ask you to click on a link or download an attachment, as these may contain malware. If you are unsure about a message's legitimacy, contact the organization directly using a verified contact method to confirm if the message is real or a scam. That's all for our in-depth discussion on the different types of computer viruses and malware. It's crucial to take measures to protect your computer from these threats, as they can cause significant harm to your system and compromise your sensitive information. By implementing the tips we discussed, such as keeping your software up to date, using a reputable antivirus program, enabling two-factor authentication, and using a VPN, you can significantly reduce the risk of being infected by malware or becoming a victim of cybercrime. Remember to stay vigilant and cautious when browsing the internet, downloading software, or opening email attachments, especially from unknown or suspicious sources. Be on the lookout for phishing scams, and always use strong passwords to protect your accounts from unauthorized access. We hope you found this video informative and useful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on computer security and other tech-related topics. Thank you for watching, and stay safe online.
Thank you guys for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe to Coding Compass. There will be Python tutorials uploaded in my channel. A part have already been uploaded.